friends, welcome back. It is an amazing day here on SONI Secrets. We are outdoors and we are getting ready to spruce up our patios and living areas. I have a beautiful rock fountain that has been empty for 5-6 months now. It is ready to be filled, cleaned up, and adorned with some beautiful fall decor. I am really looking forward to this. I hope you are too. I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to get started. As a reminder, I always add the pictures of what you'll need in the beginning of the video, and then I will add pictures at the end of the video of our finished products. It's really exciting to see how it all comes together. I would appreciate you to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you don't miss out on my future videos because they're all going to interlink together. I wanted to show you my little planting table that we took from an old fence that we had laying around with some wood, and I sanded the top and stained it, and it has a bottom which is a mess right now. I'm going to show you the truth because I have been indoors. I have the camera all situated that I hope you can get a good visual on. What you will need is your little 4-pack of plants, some of the terracotta pots in a couple different sizes, whatever you like. They're inexpensive. You can find those even at the dollar store. A couple of bottoms if you like to protect things that you're putting it on top of. And I have prepped a little thing of dirt here. Miracle Grow with the moisture control, is amazing. It does help keep your water levels. So it is worth it to invest in a nice bag of soil. I wouldn't recommend a topsoil. I will add manure in, which is super cheap there, so always have a bag of manure on hand. I picked up a couple different ones. If you have a pair of gloves, because you have great nails, I would get them, but otherwise enjoy getting your hands dirty. It is a therapeutic thing to get your hands into the earth. And once these are created, you will be so proud that you were able to do this for so inexpensively. With a little love, they will get you all the way through the season. Okay, let's go. You can put a couple rocks in the bottom for some drainage. And then you'll get your plant. You can start always with a scoop of dirt, and I recommend go ahead and make sure it's nice and moist so that the plants don't go fully into shock. It's a little bit better than just plopping them into the dry soil and then watering it because it hasn't fully hydrated. If you crumble it apart, it's still dry. So moisten your soil first, and then I always like to cut down the side. Let's see if I can show you of the little pot. Just cut down and it will then rip open for you, and then you'll see that little square. Be careful because the roots will be entwined, but see how easily that pops out. And you're just going to put it in. Figure out which way you want it to face before. Now this is a good time to show you. This one has a broken bloom. So I'm going to go ahead and just snip that off. Any blooms that die, you should snip off on any flower. This guy's leaning a little bit, so I just moved it over and I pushed it down and I started to cover it with that bottom soil that we put in. And then I want another one in here, so I'm going to make a nice hole. Now on this one, he's one of the taller ones, so I would take one of the shorter ones that's a little bit fuller on the bottom because that's going to really fill in that pot nicely. You could put 3 in here. I'm going to spread them out because I'm going to add a few of the other elements that we're going to elevate it to an entirely different level. So I do like it. Plus the plant needs to be able, it's going to grow and it's going to grow quickly. So it will fill in nicely. If you have overwatered, then put it in the sun, and then the terracotta is going to help soak up all that moisture and it will dry it out quicker and you won't lose that plant. Okay, you can go all the way to the top. I don't like to go too far up just because when I water I don't want the dirt coming down. Okay, so there's your first little planter. Now let's go ahead. I do have a smaller little terracotta. It's a little different shape, a little smaller. It doesn't have that rivet. Get it up to some height because you don't want it too far down, nor do you want it too high. So you just kind of want to add some in and then make a hole there. This big guy here, he's pretty big on his own, but you'll get him in and you can tuck him down, and then you're just going to add a couple scoops, break it up, push it down really good. You can even tap it down a little bit just so it fills in those spaces nicely. Add a little bit more on the top, even it out. So beautiful out right now. Hear the birds? They are very happy to have survived that summer. Leave me a comment below if you've ever been to Arizona in the summer. I would love to hear. So there's a single. We have the coxcombs, and there's a different color in each. So if you wanted to match the color in with a marigold color and do an all yellow, you could do that. Or, like I said, I prefer to do maybe the 3 of these in one plant, and then that leaves you one extra. This is a 4-pack. It leaves you one extra to do a mixed plant. So have fun with it. Any way you do it is perfect. That one's, bring up a little bit so that nice foliage stays on the outside of the there. So you have the height you want, push it down, take some of that you added in, take it up to the sides because we're going to go in with another one. This guy is shorter by quite a bit, so I'm going to take him a little lower than the other one. That's a better shot there. So you can see the size difference, and you can see I have enough space to add my 3rd one in like that together, and then I will get it the direction I want. And you see that stood way high, but now I want to turn it so that becomes a focal point in your planter. Remember, in design, you always want this focal point that your eye will gravitate to. It hides some of the pot and the dirt. So there you go. So you could do it this way. It's the way I like it. And then we're going to add a little something here and maybe something behind it with some height. And I still have half of the plants left. So you can really, so that'd be $3, $6, $9, say $10. You can, not including your pots, but if you have them around, which many of you do, just dust them off. If you need to repaint them, get a little creative, do so. Utilize what you already have at home. But mine were all broken in that storm, as I said, so I was able to pick up some new ones. I love fall. It's one of my favorites. So I'm really looking forward to that. So watch for the links, guys. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking around with me. Okay, so I finished all the planting. Each will have their own different personalities once we get done adorning them with some of the other little natural features I found, some of our dollar store finds. If you have not yet checked out my past videos, go ahead and do so. You can catch up. I have decided to split this video into two just because it's getting a little long. That way I separate it for you guys and you're able to fit it all into your busy schedules and do it in steps and stages. So if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Leave me a comment below. Don't forget to hit that little bell. You don't want to miss out on our future videos. I promise you, it gets better from here. I wish you all love and light and many blessings, and I am so grateful that you tuned in today.